Hello, grade 4. Welcome to your final math video of the year. So I will not be assigning any specific math or ELA assessments next week because that is your week to catch up, okay? And I'm hoping that gives everyone enough time. I will be assigning something fun. Me and Ms. LeVay are thinking up a fun activity for those of you that are done or those of you who would like to participate, a nice end of year activity. But this is our last math video, which is kind of exciting. You should be proud of the fact that you showed up. You know, a lot of people have been going through very tough times, and I totally appreciate the fact that even though you're having, your life has been different than you could have imagined it would be for this time of the year, you continue to show up. You continue to do your best. You continue to try. And that is all you can do. That's how you set yourself up for success in life. You didn't give up. You just kept going. You kept showing up and you kept learning. So pat yourself on the back. You did great. I'm proud of you and you should be too. Now, let's get started with our last math video of the year. Okay, grade 4, let's get started with our measurement today. Would you measure the contents of a bathtub using milliliters or liters? So milliliters are teeny tiny. This jar that I have my coffee in, because you know I'm fancy like that. I bring my coffee to school in a jar. My coffee jar holds about 500 milliliters. 500 milliliters in this tiny jar that fits in my hand. Whereas a liter is a much bigger measure. A liter is what you would buy milk in. I do have liter jugs, but not with me at school. So if you're measuring the contents of a bathtub and you wanted to measure it in milliliters, that wouldn't make sense. You would want to measure in liters, L. What temperature is most likely if you're going to be outside playing in the snow? So -5, 30 degrees, or 4 degrees. So for there to be snow, it should probably be below 0. So it would be -5 degrees Celsius. It could be 4 degrees Celsius, but I doubt that the snow would be sticking around too long if it was 4 degrees. Okay. Spencer brushes his teeth twice a day for 2 minutes. How many minutes does he brush his teeth each week? So let's figure out how many times or how many minutes he brushes his teeth for in a day. And we'll times that by 7 because there are 7 days in a week. So 2 minutes twice a day. So we have to do 2 times 4. 2 minutes times 2 times a day is 4 minutes a day. So he brushes them for 4 minutes per day. Now we're going to go here and we're going to do this total of 4 minutes a day. And I'm going to do 4 minutes a day times 7 days in a week is, so think of your fact. If you're not sure of your 4 facts, I was just doing a grade 3 video where I did double the double. Okay, double 7 is 14, double 14 is 28. So 28 minutes a day. So 28 minutes a week. That would be a lot of brushing for your poor teeth if you wanted to brush them 28 minutes a day. 28 minutes per week. All right, number 4, how many decades are in 5 centuries? So a century is 100 years. A decade is 10 years. So really, we have to figure out how many years we're talking about and divide it by 10. So 5 centuries would be 5 times, oh, you can't see my work, 100, which is 500. So in 5 centuries, there's 500 years. Okay, now we're going to take that 500 years and we're going to divide it into decades, into groups of 10. Divide by 10. Anytime we divide a number by 10 that has zeros on the end, we just take a 0 off. So there's 50 decades, right? Divide by 10. 500 divided by 10. Take a 0 off. There we go. There's 50 decades in a year, or in 500 years. Okay, it's 4:00 p.m. What time will it be in, 1 hour and 14 minutes? Okay, What time will it be in 1 hour and 14 minutes? 4 p.m. What time will it be in 1 hour and 14 minutes? So we count up from 4 to 5 p.m. and then we count up 14 minutes. So 5:14, because we're starting right from 5 p.m., 5:14. All right, now, here we go. We're gonna measure to find the area and the perimeter, and I am back at school, so I have a drawer full of rulers here, my extra rulers. So I'm just gonna go over the basics of measuring shapes. So to measure a shape, you start always with the 0. I used to start with the 1 when I was younger. I didn't realize it always starts at 0. And that used to confuse me, but if you think about it, this first one still counts. If I start at 1, then it doesn't make sense. So we're gonna measure this. Now, it's gonna be in millimeters. So this one is 4.45 millimeters, or 4.5 centimeters. Okay. This one would also be 45, not meters, millimeters. 45 millimeters. Okay. So millimeters are the little checks, and each group is 10. So I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 5 little checks, 45 millimeters. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, measure this one here. And this one is 15 millimeters, or 1.5 centimeters. 15 millimeters. So now to figure out, now this one I'm gonna let you use a calculator for. Yeah, you heard me. For perimeter, I would add 45, 45, 15, and 15. Okay, I'm gonna write how to do it, but I'm gonna have you do it. So 45 plus 45 plus 15 plus 15 is how you're going to get your perimeter. Now for area, you go length times width. So use your calculator, 45 times 15. If you know how to multiply 2 digits by 2 digits already, you can do that also. Okay, we'll be working on that next year. I'm going to measure these 2 shapes and write out what you need to do to figure out your perimeter and your area, but I'm going to have you do the work. Okay, you're gonna do the math for it. So let's measure these. Remember, I start at 0 and I measure. So this one is 3 centimeters. Actually, no, 3.2 centimeters, so 32 millimeters. Let's look this way. I think it's a square, but it might not be perfectly a square. Oh, it's not. Good thing we measured. This one is, you can see it starts at the 0 and it goes right to here, and it's 10, 20, 5, 6, 7. It's 27 millimeters. Now, your printer might have printed it out slightly different. You might have a slightly different size shape. You can decide to use the ones from the ones printed on the school printer, or you can decide to do your own. So 27 millimeters and 32 millimeters. Okay, so I measured them. Now for my perimeter, it's 32 and 32. You just add up all the sides. Okay. For my area, I do 32 times 27. 32 times 27. And remember, that will be millimeters squared, and this one will be in millimeters because we're working in millimeters here. Okay, now the last one, I'm gonna measure it in case you don't have a ruler at home. So I line my 0 up here and I go to here, and you can see, let me just tilt this a bit. You can see it goes right to almost 7. Oh, it's right at 7, if I get my ruler straight. So it's 7 centimeters or 70 millimeters. I'm just gonna go with millimeters, why not? Okay, and then this one here is almost 2 centimeters, but it is 19 millimeters. 19 millimeters. or 1.9 centimeters. So I've got 19, 19, and 70. So what I do for my perimeter, I'm going to add up all the sides. So I go 70 plus 70 plus 19 plus 19, 70 plus 70 plus 19 plus 19. Okay, and for area, I would do length, which is 70, times width, which is 19, equals, and it'll be millimeters squared, millimeters, just millimeters. It's a monster M. Okay, so these are all the things. If you don't have a ruler at home, you can use my measurements. Just pause the screen right now and check it out. So I do encourage you to try measuring them yourself. Yours might be a little different, and measuring is really fun. So again, to find the perimeter, you add all the way around the outside of the shape. To find the area, you do length times width. I'm gonna take this out because I think it's gonna confuse some people. Okay, so we don't need to see that. I'm gonna take my centimeters out. We're gonna work in millimeters for these. So you don't need the centimeters. So 45 millimeters, 45 milliliters, 15 and 15. All right, what's on the other side today? Numerators and denominators. All right, let's do it. Write the numerator and denominator to represent the shaded part of each picture. Okay, so we have these pictures here. The numerator and the denominator will represent the shaded part of each of these pictures. So I'm gonna do a few of them, and then I'm going to have you finish them on your own because I know you can. Okay, so I start with numerator, how many parts are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4 parts are shaded. Denominator, how many parts in all? Well, I have 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna write the fraction here. It's 4 out of 6 are shaded. All right, now we do the next one. How many parts are shaded? 1. How many parts altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 parts altogether. 1 out of 8 parts are shaded. All right, so this one, how many parts are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many parts altogether? 5. We have 4 out of 5 circles shaded, 4/5 shaded. All right, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are shaded. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces all together. 6 out of 9 pieces are shaded. Now, you have the 2. I almost finished the whole thing. I love fractions so much. I'm going to let you finish the last couple on your own. So how many are shaded? How many all together? Including the shaded pieces. How many are shaded? How many all together? All right, so let's go here. Draw 2 different pictures that represent a fraction with a numerator of 6 and a denominator of 10. Okay, so you're just doing 6/10. You could take this whole shape and divide it up into 10 pieces. 1, 2, let me just plan it out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So those are kind of tenths. 1. Does not have to be perfect, guys. This is your practice work. You're all doing a great job just by showing up. So now I have 10 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. And I'm going to shade in 6 of those pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I could have, okay, now I am gonna let you do the next one. So you can do one that's like this, and then you can draw another shape and break it into 10 pieces, shade 6 out of the 10 pieces, okay? Now, it can be any shape you want. Just make sure you're breaking it into equal pieces. It could just be a different rectangle. It could be a square, whatever works for you. Now, in the fraction 5/6, the number 5 is so let's write it. 5/6. The number 5 is the numerator because it's the top number. All right, draw 2 different pictures that represent a fraction with a numerator of 2. So I'm going to do one, and then I'm going to let you do the other. So one way that you could do this one up here, if you want, or this one down here, is you can do, so the numerator is 2. I'm just going to do parts of a set. So I have 2 out of 4 shaded. My numerator is 2. Now you're going to make one that is 2 out of something shaded. All right, it says shade the correct denominator for each fraction. So remember, denominator is the bottom number. Denominator is the bottom. The numerator is the top number. So denominator, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 pieces. 5 is the denominator. This one, 1, 2. There are 2 pieces. I'm not even going to shade this because it's hard for you guys to read. 2 is the denominator. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the denominator because there's 7 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Mrs. Oakes. Mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the denominator. I circled the wrong, I said 4 and then I circled 3. So 4, 7, 2, and 8. And remember, just a takeaway here, the numerator is the top number, the denominator is the bottom number. So how many pieces we're talking about? How many possible pieces, equal pieces in a shape? All right, that's it. And there you have it. You're done. Congratulations, guys. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you for your hard work. I appreciate it. I love working with you. I'm such a lucky teacher to have such wonderful students. Now, I will see you on Teams. Just because of this, the last math video doesn't mean that we're done for the year. There's more coming, but next week, if you're looking for some math, I encourage you to practice those multiplication and division facts, okay? Because next year, we're going to be working with bigger numbers. We're going to be trying some cool new stuff. We are going to be multiplying 2-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers and doing long division. Don't get scared. Those are all really fun things that I love teaching, and I can't wait to teach them to you. But if you want to find them easy, you need to put the work into knowing your facts, okay? So it's hard to multiply 175 by 24 if you don't know your facts, because you're going to need your facts from 1 times table all the way up to, I'd say, 9 times table. Practice those, maybe from 3 to 9, because I find those are the ones that kids have the hardest time with. If you could practice those and work on them, you're going to be ahead next year. So next week, in the next couple weeks, instead of math videos and assignments, I'm asking you to practice those facts. Because next year, I'm going to do all sorts of awesome things with you in math, and I need you to be ready with those facts. If I say what's 8 times 7, you should say 56 without a hesitation. That should be your goal, because I know you can all do it. So practice now, practice a little bit over the summer maybe. We're going to come back next year and we're going to do lots of great math and learning together. So thank you for showing up. Please spend some time in the next couple weeks, and I will post reminders. Spend some time in the next couple weeks practicing those facts, okay? Because next year you're going to be multiplying and dividing big numbers using algorithms that you haven't tried yet, but I know you can all do. They will be the easiest things ever if you know those facts. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. I'm so grateful that we got to learn together.